The Book of Colossians, Introduction. The author, the Apostle Paul, joined in his salutation by Timothy in 1:1 and signed by Paul himself at the end of the letter 4:18. Early sources in the church history that attribute this letter to Paul include Eusebius in 300 AD, Origen 250 AD, Clement of Alexandria 200 AD, Tertullian 200 AD, Irenaeus 200 AD, and the Muratorian fragment in 180 AD. The city of Colossae. The city was located about 100 miles east of Ephesus in Asia Minor, modern-day Turkey. Together with Hierapolis and Laodicea, Colossae made up a tri-city area. Each city had its own distinction. Hierapolis, a place for health, pleasure, and relaxation. Laodicea, known for its commercial trade and politics. Colossae, known simply as a small town. Colossae was mostly a pagan city with a strong intermingling of Jews. In 62 BC, there were 11,000 Jewish freemen in the Tri-City area. This may explain the nature of some of the problems that arose among the church in Colossae, problems with both pagan and Jewish origin. The church at Colossae. The establishment of the church is uncertain. At issue is whether Paul himself had ever been there. Some suggest that Paul may have done some work there during his third journey on the way to Ephesus. Others point out that Paul's comments imply he had not personally been in Colossae, see 2:1. One possibility is that the church was established during Paul's extended stay at Ephesus, where the effect of his work spread throughout Asia Minor. It may not have been Paul himself, but one of his co-workers who went out to Colossae. Paul's remarks in the epistle indicate that Epaphras was the one who preached the gospel there in 1:5-8, and in Hierapolis and Laodicea in 4:12-13. Though he was with Paul at the time the epistle was written, Epaphras identified as one of you in 4:12, suggesting that he may have originally been from Colossae. Other members of the church at Colossae include Philemon, Apphia, and Archippus, who may have been father, mother, and son. By comparing the epistle to the Colossians with that written to Philemon, it is reasonable to suppose that the church at Colossae met in their home. If Philemon and his family were hosts of the church at Colossae, then Onesimus, Philemon's slave, would have also been a member there upon his return. Time and place of writing. Colossians is one of Paul's 4 prison epistles in 4:18, Ephesians, Philippians, and Philemon. The general consensus is that these epistles were written during Paul's imprisonment at Rome. If such is truly the case, then Paul wrote Colossians around 61 to 63 AD from Rome. The indications that the epistles to the Colossians, Philemon, and the Ephesians were carried to their destination by Tychicus and Onesimus. Theme of the epistle, with a focus on Jesus Christ as the answer to the Colossian heresy. The theme of this letter is clearly Christ, the fullness of God and the preeminent, all-sufficient Savior. This ends the introduction to the book of Colossians.